Okay, James, thank you very much. It is the Wildcats versus the Frisco Panther Creek Panthers tonight. A very big game. You have both teams at 8-1 for the season, 4-1 in district play. They are tied for second place in District 7, 4A Division I. The winner of this game will finish in second place, and the loser will finish third. Both teams will be in the playoffs. Panther Creek is ranked 6th in 4A Division I in the state of Texas, and Sulphur Springs is ranked 10th. So, Tony Flippin, pretty big game here tonight.
Big game. It's a great setting and a big game. If you can't get excited for tonight, you ought not be a football fan or a player.
Playing at the Ford Center, which is part of the Star Complex here in Frisco, the Cowboys headquarters. And the Cowboys practice here on this field. And, of course, we are indoors. And the stadium seats 12,000, and plenty of good seats available so far yet. But we have a good crowd of Sulphur Springs fans that have shown up, and kind of hard to see the first deck below us here. But I know Frisco Panther Creek will also have a great turnout tonight, and we're looking forward to a great football game. Our sponsors for tonight's broadcast on KSST: Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. So we will take a break, and we will come back and hear from Wildcats head coach Brandon Faircloth. With Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST coming to you from the Ford Center at the Star, the Dallas Cowboys headquarters, and the Dallas Cowboys practice facility here in Frisco. Our crew tonight: James Terry is our producer in the KSST studio. Matt Jansen is our technical director and video producer. And by the way, this game will be streaming on KSST's YouTube channel. And Tony Flippin, our resident sage, with us here for commentary tonight on this very big game between the Wildcats and Panther Creek. Of course, as you just heard, Brandon Faircloth, the head coach of the Wildcats. He is in his 16th season as a head coach, 13 years at Port Neches Groves. And his career record, 134-63 at Port Neches Groves. And his career record now at Sulphur Springs, 34-11 since he has arrived in Northeast Texas. And the head coach for Panther Creek, Clint Surratt. He is in his 8th season as a head coach with a 46-37 record. He had 3 years at Princeton, not far from here, with a 13-19 record. He's in his 4th season at Panther Creek and has a 32-13 record as head coach of the Panthers. Panther Creek only opened, Tony, in 2022. This is a very new school,
yep.
relatively speaking.
They're growing so fast, but if he was at Princeton, he won the gold mine when he got the job, because Princeton is drowning in 6A, and he's here. I after seeing his name, I'm wondering if he's kin to the Carthage Surratts, because I know those guys, but I don't know if he's part of that legacy or not.
Okay, very well could be. Because
if he is, there's a good bloodline there.
Right, and his son is one of their wide receivers, Cody Surratt, one of their top receivers with 30 catches and a touchdown, averaging 7.4 per reception, so he's kind of a possession receiver. Well, we were talking before the game, and this is a tough one for the Wildcats, but they need to be able, Tony, to control the football tonight against Panther Creek.
Panther Creek, I think, is a better football team than Salina. I honestly do. And I think Salina just got fortunate and scored that winning touchdown against Panther Creek. I think that was first district game of the year.
Right.
And then, when Timmons went down with us, I think we would have beat them. But I honestly, I could be proven wrong, of course, but I honestly think Panther Creek is the best talent in the district. I mean, give us the same. We're loaded too, but I really think that our two are as equal to or better than Salina, even though Salina's got the district title.
Wildcats coming onto the field now on the far side here at the Ford Center. Of course, Tony referring to the fact that the Wildcats' terrific junior quarterback Deuce Timmons went down with an injury on the first play from scrimmage against Salina, and the Wildcats went on to lose that game 38-14. Panther Creek also lost to Salina 35-28, and Salina is the only team that either one of these schools has lost to so far this season. So for Salina, or for Panther Creek tonight, their quarterback is Graylin Fry, a 5'11", 180-pound senior. He's completed 71% of his passes. Tony, very impressive record here. 71% completion rate, 2,210 yards, 30 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
71% to me is going to say they throw a lot of passes 10 yards and less.
Right. Jalen Lott, outstanding receiver, is committed to Oregon. He is the number 13 recruit in the state and considered the number 2 receiver in the state of Texas. He has 60 catches for 1,066 yards. So about half of the yardage has gone to one receiver, Jalen Lott, and he has 19 touchdown receptions. Donovan Webb, a top running back, 642 yards rushing, 8.9 yards per carry, 11 TDs. He is a commit to Texas Tech, but as a safety. He's an outstanding running back. We're not sure how much he plays on defense for Panther Creek, but he's considered the number 1 safety prospect in the state of Texas and the number 18 prospect overall. Parker Ord, 6'3", 210 senior tight end, has 26 catches, 409 yards, 6 TDs, and he is committed to Brigham Young. So they have some major talent.
They've got some major talent
on the field tonight for Panther Creek. We are having the coin toss right now, or at least the reenactment of the coin toss. Not sure which it is, but we'll know.
I think this one's live.
We'll know in a moment who wins the toss and who will receive. The Wildcats in their white road jerseys here tonight with royal blue pants, the royal blue numbers, white headgear, and Panther Creek in black. Their colors are silver and black. They wear black jerseys, black pants, silver helmets, white numerals. We just had the toss.
I think either team's going to want the ball in this one. This is 2 offensive teams. I'd be kind of surprised if anybody does defer.
So Panther Creek has won the toss, and they will receive. Yeah.
This is 2 offensive teams wanting to get on the scoreboard first and have the other one catch up.
Aiden McCarroll, Creed Wisenhunt, and who else were our captains here tonight? And that is it's Jeff Stevenson,
Aiden McCarroll, Creed. Just had 3.
So we're going to take another break, and we will come back with the start of tonight's game between the Wildcats and Panther Creek when Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST coming to you from Frisco tonight. And the Star. The stadium itself is called the Ford Center here, where the Dallas Cowboys reside and work.
Jerry World Jr.
Jerry World Jr., great. It's all kinds of commercial development around this place. Wildcats are going to be kicking off momentarily, and Panther Creek will be moving from left to right. That first possession going to be very important in the ball game, Tony.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like they've got Lott and Donovan Webb. They're putting Lott at the 30. They've seen us pooch kick, so I hope we're picking up on that, because that doesn't automatically mean a fair catch. Got Webb back deep, Lott over here at this 30, which is where we kick it a whole lot. So we better kick it to the far side. Looks like that's where he's aiming. Now we've got a flip-flop over there.
Eric Rodriguez only backs off a couple of steps, kicks it to the right side, and taken at the 23-yard line, and the return man there breaks the tackle. That is Sean White. who's another one of their best running backs, and he's able to get out to the 27-yard line
Riley
for the first
Hughes,
down.
one of the tacklers. We had one clip him by the legs before he could get up. I think Riley got a hold of him, and then we had another one come. Good coverage, basically no return, maybe a yard or two.
26-yard line is the official line of scrimmage. The Panthers moving from left to right. Here we go. 8-1 versus 8-1. 4-1 in the district versus 4-1. Panther Creek, of course, as just about all high school teams do, operates out of a spread formation. Graylin Fry, the senior quarterback, and this is a senior-laden team. On first down,
there we go.
He fakes the little quick pass out to the flat, and the handoff up the middle goes nowhere.
Truth Holmes and Trey Pinnell just sandwiched the runner and sent him home about a yard loss. So 2nd and 11.
That was Donovan Webb, their top running back.
Our defensive line has been extremely impressive the last few weeks. The whole defense has played well. It's gelling.
2nd and 11, empty backfield. Graylin Fry, bubble screen to the far side, and this one is a good gainer. This goes to their top receiver, Jalen Lott, and he picks up yardage out to about the 34-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Let's see if they try to run it here with their Texas Tech running back. Got a free play. Holmes jumped in there and popped the center, so it's going to be an automatic first down. Couldn't hold it.
3rd and 2 from the 34-yard line. It was a low snap.
Yeah, it's because he got popped.
Okay.
He came across and made contact, so that's why they killed the play. He didn't miss it by much.
Goes up to the 39-yard line. First down for Panther Creek. And they are looking to the sideline for the play here. Wildcats in their 3-man odd front.
Got one wide out here with Wisenhunt all by himself.
Creed Wisenhunt, the speedy safety. And Fry going to go deep down the middle. And a great job by the Wildcats there at coverage. That was Grayson Hardy.
Gio.
Was that Gio? Okay.
Gio, he's mad because he was playing center field, and he really thought he should have had that. So quarterback or the receiver outran the ball, but Gio was there and
Grayson Hardy.
Grayson, yeah.
Yeah.
We had 2-on-1, and in all honesty, we very easily could have come up with a turnover. Would have been huge.
Gio Ibarra with 2 interceptions, both returned for touchdowns, Tony. Last week, 55 yards, and that really turned the ball game around against Lake Dallas. Here's a pass out in the flat for Donovan Webb. He makes the catch and immediately turns up field, crosses the 45 and taken down at the 48.
3rd and 1.
So gain of 9. Prominent Dallas Cowboys star there at midfield. Very recognizable. Cowboys in either end zone. So 3rd and 1 here. 49-yard line. In Panther Creek territory. Fake the handoff and a pass to the flat on the near side. And that is complete. And the catch there
Webb again.
Is, that's Jeremiah Ford. I have it.
Number 2.
Was it 2? I saw it as 7.
Oh, okay. Like I say, I'm not focusing. I thought it was 2.
And Ford, he's out on the wing here, out of the.
Yeah, he is now. But I thought he had an empty backfield there.
In any case, it is first down at the Sulphur Springs 44-yard line. The down and out to the near side. And on first down, this is Webb, and Webb breaking into the secondary, deep into Sulphur Springs territory to the 25-yard line. Donovan Webb.
Got a little bit of a seal out there on the corner, and then it just kind of opened up, and we had to clip him. Got all the way down to, 25-yard line. I thought he got further than that.
Yeah, the 25. And on first down from the Wildcat 25, they keep it on the ground. And it's a short gain to the 22.
Truth Holmes' helmet came off, so he's out for one play. And he'll be right back in.
That was Donovan Webb again. Webb coming in with 642 yards rushing, 8.9 yards per carry, and 11 touchdowns. He is committed to Texas Tech. This is second down, and we'll say 7. I just realized I need to look directly across to see the scoreboard there.
Yep, the big video board is not working. I'm disappointed in that.
Snap to Graylin Fry. He backpedals, throw in to the corner, and almost picked off by one of the Wildcats there at about the 2-yard line.
26 is Alex King. That's 2 that we should have had. He had him covered perfect. The ball was thrown just a little underneath, and he was backing into it. So now we're going to have
third down and 7.
Third down and 7, yep. So defensive backs are looking really nice right now. They're good coverage.
Big play here.
I don't see number 1. He must be in the slot ready for a post.
Jalen Lott. This is from the Sulphur Springs 23-yard line. They go up the middle, and it's going to be close to the first down. And again, that is Donovan Webb, who lowers his shoulder, runs tough down to the 16-yard line. It looks like to me 4th and 1.
4th and 1. They'll go for it right here. 8:28 in the first quarter, and the clock running. Last time we had this, Truth jumped off sides.
Snap to Fry. They give it to Webb. Webb between the tackles. And burrows down to about the 11-yard line for the first down.
So they still can get a first down at the 1. They're just lining up and going to no huddle.
This is the 11th play of the drive. No score in the game. 8:07 left to go first quarter. But first down for Panther Creek at the Sulphur Springs 11-yard line. 3 wide to the far side, 1 to the near side for Panther Creek as they move left to right. Whistles before the snap.
We were pointing. Let's see if that's going to back them up 5. Yep. And false start on Frisco, and so that's going to bring it down for 1st and 15 at the 16.
Break for the Wildcats there if they can take advantage of it.
Trip receivers out to the left.
Still first down, but Panther Creek behind the chain. Snap to Fry, looks to his right. Passing, is that caught?
I think they're going to give
apparently
it to him.
So. And again, this is
got a flag, but I think they're going to say it was offsides us and decline it.
Jeremiah Ford slanting in from right to left. One of their outstanding wideouts.
Going to see what the gain was. They may go ahead and take this because the gain may not have been much more than 5, and they'd like to get their down back.
Gain looks like it would have been to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, would have gained a couple of yards. They may decline it.
Offside, Sulphur Springs, and it is declined.
Yep. They gained a couple of yards. I thought they might decline it and just take a chance that they would get at least a couple. So, defense is making them work hard for this. Let's see if we can close it out and at least hold them to a 3.
2nd and 7. Line to gain is the 2-yard line. 4 or 5 players shifting here for Panther Creek. Now empty backfield. Snap to Fry. Here's a little shovel pass. And this one goes
just a yard. I think that's going to be to the.
This is Sean White on his first carry. And White, a short gain to about the 6-yard line. Been seeing a lot of those shovel passes lately, Tony.
Yep. So 3rd and short 5, long 4.
From the Sulphur Springs
play.
6-yard line.
If we can break something up right here, hold them to 3.
Clock rolling with just under 7 minutes to go first quarter. No score. Fry with the snap. Rolling to his left. Retreating. Passing. And incomplete. Going
Gio again, or was that? No, that's number 2, Hardy. Had a better chance at it than the receiver did, so that's going to bring up a field goal attempt. That's a good job by the Wildcat defense on this first series. Bend but don't break.
Going for a pass at the pylon on the far side. And here's the field goal attempt for Panther Creek. This is a 23-yard field goal. It is straight on, and the kick is up and good. And the place kicker for the Panthers, Nick Humphrey, puts them ahead 3-0 with 6:40 to go, first quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. 3-0 Panther Creek on a 23-yard field goal by Nick Humphrey. Tony, I'd say that's a victory for the Wildcats.
I'm okay with that because they had basically first and goal, and we held them to gave them only 3 or 4 yards. So they used up nearly half of the first quarter. But again, bend but don't break.
68 yards, 13 plays for Panther Creek. Here's the short kickoff taken at the 28-yard line for the Wildcats. And a good return here out up to about the 40, but the ball comes out.
I hope they had him down already. I think they did. It was Jackson Virgil, and he made about 7 or 8 yards. Fumbled late, but I think they had progress on him, so it should be the Wildcats' ball. 38 or 39-yard line heading out.
Yeah, 38.
Yep.
And Sulphur Springs moving from our right to our left on the field here at the Ford Center.
Well, let's see. We got a penalty flag down here, so we may have had offsides, but we don't want them to kick it again.
3-0 Panther Creek on a.
Going to add 5 to the end of the play, so they started at 39, going to go to the 44. Finally get it straightened out. That is one where you tack it on instead of making them automatically re-kick. That's a timing penalty.
That's a relatively new rule, is it not?
It's been probably 8 or 10 years that they tack.
And whistles as the Wildcats get underway with a handoff to Jackson Hare.
We're going to back up 5 for a false start there, so got to settle down.
Give it right back to him.
Gave it back to him, but it hurts us because it makes us 1st and 15.
Yeah, moving it back to the 39.
Yep. So can't afford those. We've got to play a really good, clean ball game tonight.
Mason Cooper again handing off to Jackson Hare. Hare trying to find a block that'll spring him, but he's only able to get a short gain just up to the 41. So still the Wildcats behind the chains here, 2nd down and 13.
Dobson Martin just went out. That may have been Dobson. Jackson's in there now with Cooper.
Snap to Mason Cooper. They're setting up a screen pass in the middle of the field, and this is Jackson Hare who makes the catch and eludes the first tackler and gets across the 45 up to the 46-yard line for a gain of about 5 yards.
So I think that was our number 2, Donovan Webb, that came in and took him down. That looked like a solid play. He's back there at safety.
Again, he is a Texas Tech commit as a safety. Although he's the top running back, they consider him a safety. This is 3rd and 8 for the Wildcats from their own 44-yard line.
Give up another 5. We got to quit that.
Whistles blow as the play gets underway. It's a false start against Sulphur Springs.
Jamori and Jeffrey started too quick that time. We cannot afford to do that, so now it's going to be 3rd and 13.
Moves the line of scrimmage back to the 41-yard line in Sulphur Springs territory.
So we're going to see if we can give Cooper enough time to let something develop, because 13 yards, we got to have quite a bit.
Line to gain is the Panther Creek 46-yard line. Snap to Mason Cooper. Half roll to his right. Passing complete across the 50. Short of the first down, though.
2 yards. 2 yards short. Got 11 out of it. I think we'll go for it.
I believe that was Deacon Carpenter, or was that Jamori and Jeffrey?
Yeah,
Jamori and Jeffrey. So now 4th and 2 at the Panther Creek 48-yard line.
I think once again Donovan Webb was the one. Nope, they're going to punt, going to play field position. I'm okay either way here. Worst thing you want to do is give them the ball midfield.
Now keep in mind, Dobson Martin is a blocking back 3 yards behind the center.
Yep.
Jackson Hare will be the punter. Did the Wildcats call timeout? Panther Creek takes a timeout
there.
Panther Creek leading 3-0. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Panther Creek leading 3-0 over the Wildcats. 4th and 2 for Sulphur Springs at the Panther Creek 48-yard line. They are lining up in punt formation, but do keep in mind Jackson Hare is the punter and Dobson Martin is a blocking back.
We've not seen, I don't know if we have seen a fake punt. Dobson's moving up, telling the line what to do.
They snap it to Dobson Martin, and he goes straight ahead, and he will have the first down.
I thought he was a little bit tight before he started, so that's the first sounding block for us now. If this is an all-out, we're here to play.
So the Wildcats go for it on 4th down and 2. They snap it to the blocking back Dobson Martin.
And the good part there is Frisco took a timeout to say that, so that's really a good play.
Dobson Martin also one of the Wildcats' top running backs. First down, Sulphur Springs at the Panther Creek 45-yard line. Panther Creek leading 3-0. 4 minutes exactly left to go in the first quarter. The clock is running. Mason Cooper, the senior quarterback, takes the snap. Fakes it to Jackson Hare, swings it out for Quinn Harris, and they don't connect on that, what was supposed to be a bubble screen here to the near side.
I don't like that play. That was real close to a lateral, too. But that's a hard one, running straight to the side, and you got to catch it, then get your bearings and turn up field. A lot of times that's just not going to get you more than a yard or two.
Panther Creek has an odd front, 3-man down at the line of scrimmage. Mason Cooper, empty backfield, fires it out to the far side.
Had two receivers out there. I think it was more toward Quinn Harris.
Yep.
Cornerback took him down, but the Jamorian was out there as well. They are, like I told you in pregame, doing some where they're getting the snap to Cooper and he's throwing it, so he's not taking a lot of time.
He's getting it out of his hand quickly. Yeah.
But I think we're going to have to put some stuff over the middle too.
So 3rd and 10 from the Panther Creek 45-yard line. Snap it to Mason Cooper. Play action, setting up the screen.
Great catch.
And it is caught. This is Jackson Hare, is it not?
Yep.
Yeah, and doesn't get much.
Great catch and only netted a yard. That's I want to see the ball go downfield some. I'm sorry. So 4th and 10 now.
And they end up putting it back at the 45-yard.
Yep, it's easier to put it on that line. It's a pretty good guide.
So 4th and 10, the Wildcats apparently will go for it here, although
I don't think
is that Jackson in short punt formation.
Yeah, they may snap it now.
Snap it to Hare and in effect a quick kick, and this is not a particularly strong punt.
We need a bounce, and we got it.
It's a good bounce.
Going out at the 13. So it turned out good because he only kicked it about 20 yards. So
he put the touch on it there.
Yeah, that first bounce can go 10 yards either way, and we got the best of it. So good job by Jackson. Didn't get any points, but now we got them deep. Let's see if defense can hold them up here and turn the field over.
Turns out to be a 31-yard punt by Jackson Hare.
With about 20 of it on the ground.
I think he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. I just don't like them punting that close to the line. Somebody's going to come through.
Yeah, he was only about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You're right there. Punt the ball.
Yeah.
Get back where you got position and punt it.
Good turnout of Sulphur Springs fans over on the far side. They have made their way to Collin County and Frisco here. First down for Panther Creek, leading 3-0. Handoff goes, and this is
that's Webb again.
This is Black, their other running back.
Is it? Yep, number 4. Sean White.
Sean White. I've been all week. I've been debating between White and Black, and it's Sean White. Thank you.
Okay.
And
so
White,
where is, I guess Donovan's out right now, so he plays quite a bit, so they're resting him on this offensive series to this point.
That's a gain of 6. It's 2nd down and 4. 2 men wide to the far side and 1 to the near side, and
ball's
free. There's a loose ball.
Wildcats have got it.
Wildcats have recovered. Let's see if we can
32.
pick up.
T.J. Bolden covered it, so great job by the defensive front, pinching. Got the ball knocked out, and I think Hardy was right there with him. So now that field's turned. We're looking at the 27 going in for Wildcat offense. Now let's see what we got.
Huge turnover there for Sulphur Springs. T.J. Bolden comes up with the fumble recovery at the Panther Creek 27-yard line. Panther Creek leading 3-0. Just over 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Big chance here for the Wildcats.
Got to have positive plays. We got some beef up there. We're going to run it over left tackle. There he goes a little.
This is Jackson Hare. Pops through a little hole there.
That's 5.
Is down to the 23-yard line for, I'd say, a gain of 4, but you may be right. I guess closer to 5.
He's stepping on the 22 there on the far side, so that'd be straight up 5.
Yep.
And that's what I think we'll try to do right here is we're going to try to power the ball into the end zone. We've got that massive line. We're keeping the extra couple of guys out there. Jackson Medlock is out there. We're putting 2 extra on that left side.
Second down and 5. Snap to Mason Cooper. Hand off Jackson Hare. Hole at right tackle. Closes quickly. Across the 20 down to about the 19, between the 18 and the 19.
I tell you what, they've got some hitters in that defensive backfield. Because we've had some right there. That's a couple of squared up hits on Jackson, and he doesn't usually, he gets to deflect a lot. So we got Truth Holmes in there this time.
3rd and 1. And this is a direct snap to Jackson Hare off right tackle, and he had a big hole, and then he lost his footing, Tony.
Yeah, well, I think there was one that dove in under him. I can't see this number, but that was close. That almost was a score.
He has the first down, however, at the 11-yard line.
11-yard line. Again, we can get a first down just on the same situation that Panther Creek was on their earlier possession.
Panther Creek leading 3-0, but the Wildcats with a big threat here.
Yeah, we're going to keep the beef in there, and we're just going to take it over left tackle. Jackson's always going to have the approval to cut it back if he needs to. But we got Medlock over left tackle again. High snap.
Snap to Mason Cooper. Give it to Jackson Hare again. And Hare, starting out at right guard, cuts it back somewhat and gets down to the 9.
Got 2 out of it. It almost broke. Again, Jackson's close every time on that almost. But they're doing a good job on him now. So now Medlock's going out, so we may be more traditional here. We're going to have some. Now that's the end of the first quarter. I'm sorry.
With Panther Creek leading Sulphur Springs 3-0 and the Wildcats threatening. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. Panther Creek leads 3-0 on a 23-yard field goal by Nick Humphrey at the end of a 68-yard, 13-play drive on their first possession. But the Wildcats now threatening with 2nd down and 8.
Got Medlock in again. We're strong right now.
Jackson Medlock, and there's a blocking back.
Play
action pass.
There we go.
Touchdown.
Quinn Harris, perfect job right there, but perfect shot by Cooper. Loaded up for the heavy, and Quinn released, and Cooper faked it to Jackson, and then threw a good pass, and good play all the way around. So Wildcats take a 6-3 lead, waiting on 7.
9-yard pass over the middle to Quinn Harris. Wildcats tight end. Now Eric Rodriguez with the extra point. And his kick is good. That makes him 49 for 49 this year on his extra points.
That's a pretty good percentage.
7-3, the Wildcats lead. And
great job. Set up by the defense, getting the turnover, and then the offense complimenting them. So total team effort right there.
Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad track says, way to go Wildcats for that 9-yard touchdown pass from Mason Cooper to Quinn Harris. It's Harris's 4th touchdown of the season. And for Mason Cooper, that's now his 10th touchdown pass. We have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff now. And here is the kick by Eric Rodriguez.
Fair catch signal.
Kicks it to
25.
the 25-yard line. So the fumble recovery by T.J. Bolden at the Panther Creek 27-yard line on a second down play.
Huge.
Yeah. And the Wildcats drive on in for the touchdown in 5 plays. 7-3, Sulphur Springs with the lead. Both teams 8-1 for the season. Both teams 4-1 in district play. Panther Creek ranked 6th in the state, 4A Division I. Sulphur Springs ranked 10th. Playing on the Panther Creek home field here at the Ford Center at the Cowboys headquarters called the Star. So first down for Panther Creek. They're going from right to left. Snap to Graylin Fry, and he will keep it himself. Hit hard after he crosses the line of scrimmage. That's Alex King, I think, made the first contact, yep. Tony.
I think he might ask the coach not to call that again for a little bit because they turned in on him, and he took 2 or 3 good shots. Now you got the hot shot receiver Lot going out by himself to the top.
Right back to the line without a huddle, second down and 9. Graylin Fry, the senior quarterback. I think they changed the play possibly there. Taking lots of time here once they got to the line of scrimmage. Play action pass. Fry back, moving to his left, feeling all kinds of pressure, throwing, and incomplete.
Look at that. 4
Terrific
Wildcats.
Pressure.
4 Wildcats, and he was rolling left and having to turn back. Great job.
Trey Pinnell was one of them, and I think Blaine Allen was another.
Truth's coming back, panting a little bit. Great job. 3rd and nearly the full 10, maybe 9.5. So let's see if we can get something here. I bet you they're going to be trying to get number 1 involved. He looks like he's in the slot.
That would be Jalen Lott, their outstanding receiver.
In motion now.
Snap goes to Fry. And
big hit.
Throwing over the middle.
I think that was Alex King. He brought his hitting equipment today. So 4th and 5. Great job and good answer by the Wildcat defense. They're really stiffening up, forcing a punt.
Catch made by big tight end Parker Ord, 6'3", 210. Committed to BYU. Pass over the middle and only gets to the 30-yard line.
He may tell the BYU folks they might want to look at Alex King.
4th and 5 for Panther Creek at their own 30-yard line. High snap, but he pulls it down.
Ooh, that was
left-footed
close.
Kicker gets it away just barely. And it rolls out of bounds somewhere near midfield.
About the 49, they're going to stick it straight up on the 50. Great job here. They couldn't turn the field over. Now this offense has got some confidence, gets right back on there with a 50-yard field. So perfect example of getting ready to go.
It's only a 20-yard punt by Nick Humphrey. And as Tony pointed out to you, a lot of pressure put on him.
Yeah, if that's their normal punting game, we're going to block one for the Knights out. I got to get this referee down, the back judge or side judge, got them long dreads on. I can't get used to that.
Wildcats lead at 7-3. With the ball at the 50-yard line, here's a bubble screen to the far side. It's complete, and that's a nice gainer for Sulphur Springs.
That's Virgil, I think.
Yeah, that's Jackson Virgil, the sophomore, who makes the catch and is out of bounds in Panther Creek territory at the 44-yard line.
Quinn Harris did a great job of shielding that cornerback and letting him get there, so a gain of 6. And once again, Cooper's getting the snap, throwing the ball. So they listened to my game plan a little bit. I was telling some people we've got to get quick hitters.
Jeff Stevenson out over the football at center. Handoff up the middle. This is a nice gain for Sulphur Springs. It'll go for a first down.
Down to the 38.
That is Dobson Martin, the junior.
Good job. Move those chains. We need to take this straight in and get 14.
Wildcats lead at 7-3. 6-yard gain there for Dobson Martin. Came into the game with 426 yards rushing, 7.3 yards per carry, and 3 touchdowns.
We've got Donovan Webb on the safety on my side over here. So if we're going to do anything deep, I don't want it to come here. I want it to go away. Looks like we're loading up with our beef.
Wildcats up to the line. Dobson Martin still in there at running back, and they give it to him. And he ends
still
up getting
rolling
3 yards or so. He went to his left and looked like he was totally stymied. Kept his legs churning and ends up picking up maybe 3 yards or so.
He took probably about 1,500 pounds, took 4 yards with it because they had him.
He has very strong legs.
Oh, he's a specimen. Just a junior. So 2nd and 7 out of should have been 2nd and 10.
Sulphur Springs with all the momentum right now, leading 7-3.
Still heavy over the left tackle.
They have Quinn Harris in there as the H-back behind the left tackle. And again, they give it to Dobson Martin. Martin going to his left, cuts it back, and this is a short gain to the 27-yard line.
Got 2 out of it. I'm here to tell you, this Panther Creek defensive backfield, they're hitting.
Let me correct myself, to the 33-yard line.
33, yeah.
So this is 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. We'll be in 4-down territory, no doubt, right here, unless something bad happens.
Ball is between the hash marks, but somewhat to the left side. He got the double blocking backs in, and this is a direct snap to Jackson Hare. Hare breaking tackles.
First down.
And is inside the 30 down to about the 26-yard line. Jackson Hare.
Great job of ballet dancing and power, too. He took a couple of them with him. So 1st down at the 26-yard line.
7 yards.
We were definitely in 4-down territory with the beef in there. We were going to take the same play twice in a row. 7-17 and a running clock.
Sulphur Springs leading 7-3 and threatening again here at the Panther Creek 26-yard line. Ball on the far hash mark. They move left to right.
And Sulphur will get the second half kickoff too.
Mason Cooper takes the snap, gives it to Dobson Martin. Martin pops through a hole and is upended as he crosses the 20-yard line down to about the 18-yard line.
Gain of 8. He's not used to that much free space, and then he tried a awkward hurdle and kind of came down on his face mask, but he jogged off. He's ready to go.
2nd and 2. Jackson Hare back into the game for Dobson Martin.
Looks like he's in for Wildcat too. There is no Cooper's in there.
No, Mason Cooper's in the game.
Yep, my bad.
But this is 2nd down and 2 for Sulphur Springs.
All running.
Snap to Mason Cooper, all whistles.
Yeah, that's going to take us back 5, I'm afraid. Especially if you're running, you can't afford that.
False start.
If you were calling a pass play, sometimes they get a little anxious to get a quick start. So that's going to take it back to 2nd and 7.
Line of scrimmage will be the 23-yard line of Panther Creek. Line to gain is the 17-yard line.
Looks like we still got our bigs in there. I see Medlock. He's the only extra at the moment. Quinn Harris is coming in there to get side by side with him, so we're heavy right.
Snap to Mason Cooper. They give to Jackson Hare. Hare using his blockers, waiting for those blocks to develop, and is over the right side down to the 19-yard line.
3rd and 3. Again, we're going to have 4-down territory, although we're getting closer to field goal range, but a touchdown would really make a statement. Here comes some beef.
Okay, this is
Trip McIntyre and Truth Holmes coming in.
Wow.
That's nearly 1,000 pounds. That's probably about 750.
And let's see if they go Wildcat here, and I believe that they will. They will have a direct snap here to Jackson Hare. Goes to Hare, and he's looking for his blocks over the left side.
Got it.
Hare working his way on down to about the 14-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down for Sulphur Springs.
That's such a combination of reading your blocks and letting that powerful line move them back and then take your shot.
Vincent Johnson, Aiden McCarroll, Jeff Stevenson, Josh Lopez, and Dadrian Day Berry, the offensive line left to right for Sulphur Springs. And Vincent Johnson over there at left tackle, 6'5", 315. And
now we've
commit to TCU.
We've got Hare and Dobson Martin in the backfield, no Morton, no Cooper.
Again, direct snap to Jackson Hare. And he fakes to Dobson Martin, trying to go wide, and does finally make the corner and steps out of bounds.
Just about a yard, I think, is about all we got.
Looks like the 8-yard line.
But he did get out there.
Now, again, I said that wrong. It would be the 13-yard line.
There you go.
Thank you.
We can make a first at the 4-yard line.
Yep.
4:25, clock stopped without a bounds.
While the Wildcats are driving here and keeping the ball on the ground, the Panther Creek offense is not on the field.
Sitting down here getting their win. This is the game plan right from the start. Overpower them. We got meat heavy to the right.
2nd down and 9. Mason Cooper with good protection into the end zone, but throws it away basically, looking possibly to get it to Jackson Virgil over there on the far side.
He pump faked it 2 or 3 times, so that one was, and I'll give Cooper credit there because he didn't see it open and he pumped, and then threw it up there and lived to tell another story on this down.
So 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats at the 13-yard line. Need to get
to the 4.
Yeah.
I'll take 3 out of this if we have to. Just no negative plays.
Mason Cooper fakes to Hare. Back to throw, in trouble, throws it away. Had Quinn Harris out there, so I think he's going to avoid the intentional grounding.
Well, they blocked it too, so they did us a favor. But that spelled trouble all the way. But here comes field goal attempt, and I think it's well within our range. Going to be about a 30-yarder.
Eric Rodriguez will come in for the field goal. He is 4 of 6 on his field goal attempts this season. This will be a 30-yarder. Ball's on the left hash mark. Angle is to the right. Matthew Jeter is the snapper. Mason Cooper the holder. Kick is on the way.
Like clockwork, right down Broadway. Right. Great job.
Wildcats extend the lead to 10-3.
4:02 left and to halftime. So, again, just as you said, we've had the ball and we've had the only attempt to score there. Their offense is there. Let's see if our defense can do one more in this first half.
Panther Creek so far has run only 3 plays in the second quarter. And so also 903 Farm and Feed by the Railroad Track says, way to go Wildcats for that field goal by Eric Rodriguez. 10-3. Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. We have the J. Hyde Chevrolet kickoff here. Eric Rodriguez going to kick it short, and a fair catch taken at the 29-yard line for Panther Creek. So the Wildcats with a 10-3 lead over the number 6 team in the state of Texas. Of course, Sulphur Springs number 10 in the state, 4A Division I.
Classic head-to-head with a couple of heavyweights. This is what you strive for, is to have these big games.
Wildcats started that drive at the 50. They went 37 yards in 10 plays. And to get the 30-yard field goal by Eric Rodriguez as the drive stalled there at the 13-yard line. Here's a flip to Jalen Lott, the receiver.
There we go.
Going from left to right on a jet sweep, but the Wildcats do a great job of containing the play.
Alex McCormick strung that out, and he calf roped him on the sideline and slung him out. Great job. Had about 3 defenders using that pursuit and just stringing them down the line. Perfect technique.
No gain.
No gain.
2nd and 10. Did he get out of bounds?
He did.
So the clock, apparently he
did not.
No,
it didn't. Must have got him.
Clock is still rolling.
We got a happy clock. I like that. And they don't have but 2 timeouts left either. They used one early on that fake punt that didn't work.
Under 3.5 minutes now to go with the Wildcats leading 10-3 here at the Ford Center in Frisco. Whistles.
There they go with their second timeout.
Another timeout.
So that's good. He didn't like what he saw.
With the Wildcats leading 10-3, this is Wildcats football on KSST. Game has really turned in the Wildcats' favor since that fumble recovery, Tony, by T.J. Bolden at the Panther Creek 27-yard line late in the first quarter.
It's exactly the equivalent of the Medlock interception last week. Really stemmed the tide and got us going.
This is 2nd down and 10 for Panther Creek at their own 30-yard line. Ball's on the far hash mark. Rather tight formation here for the Panthers.
Yep, they're going across the middle with the big boy.
Snap to Fry.
All right.
And in and out of the hands there of Jalen Lott, the receiver that
didn't get to him.
heralded for them at the 45-yard line.
Grayson Hardy hit it. He never touched it.
Okay.
Grayson Hardy was sitting back and made a great cut across. That was one of those where the right-handed quarterback rolling left couldn't put as much meat on it, but that was going to him all along, and Hardy had him just eaten up. So 3rd and 10.
So Grayson Hardy deflected it.
Yep, he knocked it down clean.
3rd and 10 from the 30. Graylin Fry. The quarterback
Wildcats
whistles.
Going to call a timeout now. That's not a bad use there. Clock wasn't running, but let's see. This is a big down.
Sulphur Springs takes a timeout. 3rd and 10 for Panther Creek from the 30. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Tony, Sulphur Springs fans pretty solid on that first deck the 20 to the 20.
They are. They always make us proud, but with a little incentive to come here to Jerry Jr., really good turnout.
We can't see all of the first deck below us for Panther Creek, but I think it's possible Sulphur Springs fans outnumber the Panther Creek fans.
I absolutely think that's a possibility.
3rd and 10, Panther Creek at the 30. Wildcats lead 10-3. Fry back to throw. Pass is complete to Jalen Lott, but
still
short the first down.
Yep.
I imagine they'll go for it, or will they in their own territory?
And I don't like that referee's giving him a first down.
Well,
that coach is right behind him. They gave him a yard.
Yep, I agree.
So that's luck of the draw, but the clock's running now. That's the main deal right here. Don't let them score.
Wow. Yeah, I thought
he
definitely
was short.
The 39.
Yep.
Mercy.
Coach was really working him right there. He was in his hip pocket. He scooted up 3 separate times. But they've only got 1 timeout left.
A lot of you know Tony was a referee for 25 years, so he knows of what he speaks.
I've had coaches in. Big hit.
1st and 10, throwing for Jalen Lott, the great receiver who shows us something there, makes that catch slanting in from left to right, and then high steps it and gets away from a tackler. He's to the Sulphur Springs 41-yard line.
Going to be a first down. Clock stopped, but he took 3 or 4 hits, so let's get together again.
19 yards on that game. 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 41, and Fry rolling out to his right.
Got a 4-yard gain, but stayed in bounds, and I think they just called their last time out.
Once again, they got it to Jalen Lott.
2-minute timeout. I keep forgetting.
Once again, they got it to their terrific receiver, Jalen Lott,
he's the real deal.
Who's committed to Oregon.
Oregon's going to like him, but he looks like he's a little gimpy right there. I'm not sure. He came down a little bit awkward.
2-minute warning. Wildcats lead 10-3. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats lead 10-3. 2nd and 7 for Panther Creek at the Sulphur Springs 38-yard line.
Big series right here. Let's see if we can hold them to nothing, and then we get that ball to start the second half.
Graylin Fry, the senior quarterback in the shotgun, has Donovan Webb to his right as a running back, and they give it off to Webb, and he goes between the tackles for a good gain to the Sulphur Springs 33-yard line.
Third and 1.
It's a gain of 5.
I think you'll see the same thing right here as Webb again, so let's see if we can pinch on that defensive line and force some action. We need to get through right quick.
Scoreboard says 3rd and 2. It's a short 2.
Yeah.
Fry.
He's
giving it off
That's
to
okay.
Webb again. Donovan Webb up the middle, who's going both ways. He also starts at safety. He's to the Wildcat 29-yard line.
Tell you what, I'm a Texas Tech fan, and I'm excited that we're going to get him. He's a player. So clock's running at 1:18. They've only got 1 timeout left.
He's being recruited as a safety, considered the number 1 safety in the state of Texas.
He's shown that so far.
They fake the shovel pass, and now Fry giving ground and scrambling to his right, may run it, and does cross the line of scrimmage, but will only get about a yard before he steps out of bounds over on the far side. Tony, Wildcats obviously did a great job of coverage in the secondary.
That was going to be a screen, but what I was waiting on, I wanted him to throw it because they were definitely downfield, and I was going to see if they'd call it. So that was a great job of pursuit. They normally let them come through, but they they had a bad intention in when they got through there on that one.
2nd down and 9.
58 seconds.
From the Sulphur Springs 39-yard line. Play action pass. Fry over the middle. Good. And off the hands of the receiver and incomplete.
That must be the big tight end.
That's Parker Ord. And he is committed to Brigham Young.
He's a fine-looking athlete, too. There's a whole lot of good athletes playing down here in Jerry Jr. World tonight. Both sides of the ball. This is fun.
Wildcats, of course, have Truth Holmes, their nose tackle, committed to UT El Paso, and Grayson Hardy committed to Louisiana Tech.
And there's going to be some more.
3rd and 9. 39-yard line. Fry. Screen to the far side. This is Donovan Webb. He breaks a tackle.
Right. And kept him in bounds. That's big.
They held on to him and did not let him get the first down. He's going to be about 2 or 3 yards short.
3 yards.
On the spot at the 22.
Alex King held on to him right there. We had 2 pinch, and then he got loose. Webb did, but King held on to him, twisted him down, and kept him in bounds. So that made him use that last timeout. So this will be interesting. I kind of look for him to go ahead and try to kick it. I don't know that they'd go at 4th and 4.
This is going to be 4th, yeah.
But it'd be a 40-yard field goal, so that may out about a 41-yarder. That may be out of his range.
4th and 3 at the 22-yard line.
22.
A moment ago, I may have said they were at the 38 when they were at the 28.
I don't think they'll run it at 4th and 4. I think they'll try some kind of screen or quick slant. You've got Lott back in the game now for this one, so.
Scoreboard calls it 4th and 3. They need to get to the 19.
A little inside it.
Yeah, it's a little more than 3 and a little less than 4.
Yep.
So from here, yes, it would be about a 39-yard field goal.
40 or 39 or 40, yep, and they're going to go for it. Quarterback's back in.
I'm not surprised by that.
I don't think I would. Let's see if we can pop them here.
Wildcats lead 10-3. This is 4th and 3 from the Sulphur Springs 22 for Panther Creek. Ball on the far hash. They move right to left. Snap to Hardy in the shotgun. Over the middle. Caught. Yep. First down inside the 10-yard line. That's the tight end, Parker Ord again.
He was wide open. We didn't account for him, so now the clock's still running. 35 are going to stop it. That'll make it 2nd and goal. They're at the 9, so it's going to be 2nd. It is goal to go, not a chance for a first down. That was wide open, and that tight end is quite a look athlete.
I think I said the 8, but it's the 9-yard line. Yeah, Parker Ord is 6'3", 210. Here's the snap to Fry. Fry looking over the field, and now we'll run it up the middle.
26 seconds and going. This is 3rd down, so they can't spike it. A lot of time going. Let's see if we can get something squirrely going.
Down to the 3-yard line.
Give it to Donovan, and he's going to get
Webb.
in.
Donovan Webb. I haven't seen a signal yet. Close to the goal line.
They're going to give it to him. Yeah, I hadn't seen the signal, but I think he actually got there.
So 3-yard touchdown run by Donovan Webb with just 10 seconds left to go.
If he gets stopped, they don't score at all right there. So great job by the defense. They couldn't have given that touchdown by more than 6 inches.
Nick Humphrey, the extra point attempt here, would tie the game. Snap, and the kick is good.
Yep.
And it is 10-10 with 10 seconds left to go.
What a ball game.
In the first half, a 70-yard drive for Panther Creek in 13 plays. And we saw a lot of Jalen Lott on that drive, their terrific wide receiver, and we saw a lot of their terrific tight end, Parker Ord.
The 2 tight end plays are the ones that hurt us, especially that 3rd down play that got it, or 4th down across the middle. He was wide open. So now we need to just take a knee, get to the halftime, play one half of football tied up. We get the kickoff.
About to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff here.
I didn't ride with you. What kind of vehicle they bring you this time?
I'm going to have to look back at my notes on that. A beautiful
Silverado?
White Silverado. Thank you. White Silverado pickup truck in which we made the trip over thanks to Jay Hodge today. And the kickoff now is taken up the 25-yard line on a fair catch.
Jackson Virgil.
Yeah. So
hopefully we just take a knee, go to the house. We've had a successful first half. See if we can build on it.
Donovan Webb, the 3-yard touchdown run for Panther Creek. A few moments ago, completing a 70-yard drive in about, Tony, 3.5 minutes.
Yep. And I tell you what, if the referees had good mechanics, they might have come in and seen him short. They did not charge in and that with as big of a scrum. So there goes the knee, and the half's going to run out at 10-10.
Snap to Mason Cooper, and he does take a knee, and that allows the clock to run out. What a half of football we have had.
Great football from both sides, and another exciting half to come.
Wildcats 10, Panther Creek 10 as we go to halftime. And we have two of the top bands in the state going to be performing here at halftime as Panther Creek placed third this week in San Antonio, and the Wildcat Band was fourth. And they will perform first, and we'll come back and hear from the Wildcat Band and also have the performance of the Blue Blazes. 10-10 game at halftime. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST brought to you by the Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. It's 10-10, Sulphur Springs and Panther Creek at halftime. This game for second place in the district, with Panther Creek ranked 6th in the state, 4A Division I. Sulphur Springs ranked 10th. Blue Blazes on the field along with the Sulphur Springs High School Band. Let's go to the field at the Ford Center.
Officers for this historic line are Junior
Sulphur Springs High School band on the field here at the Ford Center in Frisco. Wildcat band placed third in the state in the UIL marching band competition at the 4A level this past week, and the Panther Creek band placed third, and they are about to perform here for the fans at the Ford Center. So we'll take another break with the game tied at 10-10 at halftime, and come back and recap the first half when Wildcat football continues after this on KSST. Wildcats football brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. It's 10-10 at halftime here. Sulphur Springs versus Frisco Panther Creek. Two of the top teams in 4A Division I across the state of Texas. Panther Creek won the toss and took the opening kick, and they drove 68 yards in 13 plays. But, Tony, the Wildcat defense stiffened. Once they got down inside the 10-yard line, forced them to accept a 23-yard field goal by Nick Humphrey, and they led 3-0 there midway through the first quarter. Big play in the first half was after Sulphur Springs had the ball and had to punt, and it was a good punt by Jackson Hare down to the 13-yard line of Panther Creek. And on the next play, fumble recovery by T.J. Bolden of the Wildcats at the Panther Creek 27-yard line. Actually, that was 2 plays after the punt, so on second down. Wildcats recover at the 27, and they drive 27 yards in 5 plays. Quinn Harris, the 9-yard touchdown pass from Mason Cooper to make it 7-3 Wildcats with 11:50 left to go in the second quarter. And then a 3-and-out for Panther Creek, and the Wildcats really had them on the ropes at that point. The punt was only 20 yards and gave Sulphur Springs the ball at the 50-yard line. Wildcats then take a lot of time off the clock. They put together an 11-play drive, and almost, if not all of that, was on the ground. Tony, 35 yards they went. A lot of it was Jackson Hare, also Dobson Martin. But again, the defense rises to the occasion, and they force Eric Rodriguez to go for a 30-yard field goal attempt, which was good. And so the Wildcats led at that point 10-3. That was with 4:02 left to go in the half. And then Panther Creek mounted what I think was obviously their best drive of the half. They go 70 yards in 12 plays. Donovan Webb, 3-yard touchdown run that tied the game at 10-10. We saw a lot of their terrific wide receiver Jalen Lott on that drive, and also the tight end Parker Ord, but ultimately it was Donovan Webb. The 3 guys that are all going to major high-level college programs.
That's the ones, and you're going to see the same thing second half. I think you're going to see the same thing for the Wildcats of trying to put the beef in there, control the clock, and run it down their throat. So we'll see who's physical can get to it.
To the extent that the Wildcats can run the ball and run the clock, they keep that Panther Creek offense off the field.
Correct. You're not going to stop the Panther Creek offense, not for the whole game. You've got to slow them down, hold them to a field goal like we did once, and then keep them with their seat on the sideline, and you control the clock. So we can set the tone with this first series of the second half.
Well, some other games around the area. Cumbie is hosting Celeste tonight. Alba Golden is hosting Bowles. Tony may be able to call up some of these.
Cumbie's up 38-0 in the third quarter.
Wow, over Celeste?
Yeah, no, it is.
Alba Golden hosting against Bowles.
Don't think I have that one.
Okay, Como Picton at Rivercrest. And in 6-man football, Campbell hosting Leverett's Chapel. Starting at 7:30, slightly later, 3A Division I, 7th-ranked Commerce at Mount Vernon.
14-zip, second quarter.
Commerce leading.
Commerce up.
Tough game, Winsboro at Malakoff.
Malakoff's up 10-7 at halftime.
Couple of excellent 3A opponents there, 3A Division I. And you said Malakoff is ahead 10-7.
Yeah.
Rains at Mineola.
Mineola's up 35-zip.
Yeah.
Still time in the second quarter.
Cooper is open tonight.
Yep. Paris is playing Community 45-7. Can't get there quick enough for Community to get out of here.
So let's talk about by-district next week. The Wildcats will be matched up against a team from 8-4A D1.
Yep.
And we've been studying that considerably. They played their key games last night. Lincoln beat Dallas Carter 40-28, and Kimball whitewashed North Dallas 52-0. And so Lincoln, Kimball, and Carter all end up tied for first place in that district at 6-1. Now, Max Preps has Lincoln listed as the number 1 seed.
Correct.
Kimball number 2 and Carter number 3.
They went by point total for the 3 teams involved on head-to-head. And the way I got it, Lincoln was a +7, Kimball was a -2, and Carter was a -5. So in that 1 week, Carter went from first place in the district to 3rd.
Yeah. And losing to Lincoln Thursday night, 40-28. So the way the playoffs work is that if we look at 8-4A, the number 1 team, the top-ranked team, which is Lincoln, would play the number 4 team out of Sulphur Springs District. That would be Paris.
That's cut and dried.
The number 2 team, which is Kimball, would play the 3rd place team, which would be the loser of this game.
Yep.
The number 3 team, Carter, would play the number 2 team, which would be the winner of this district.
Yep.
And then Pinkston, number 4 team out of 8-4A, will play Salina. So the winner of this game is likely going to play then Dallas Carter.
Dallas Carter. In my mind, you're looking for bragging rights. I don't see a big difference either way.
Yeah.
I think Carter and Kimball are both very similar. And amongst the 3 teams, there was a 3-point differential on the whole thing. So in all honesty, I think this is for bragging rights more than anything. But I don't think you have really a preference, Kimball or Carter, either one. We played Carter 3 straight years, haven't
Right.
we? So
and dominated them last year
Yeah.
by district after losing the 2 years before that. So Carter was 6-4 for the season. Kimball was 7-3.
they always knock each other off a
Right.
little bit because they're in 4A and they'll play some 5A schools in non-district too to keep from traveling.
So if the Wildcats win, they would play Carter. If they lose, they would play Kimball.
Yep.
That's as we have it. That is
And
unofficial. That's as we
I'm
read
pretty
it.
sure that's what it's going to be.
That's how we read it. And
Yep.
it's also based on what Max Preps
Yep.
has as of today. So that game would be probably next Friday night. Of course, could be Thursday, could be Saturday. Occasionally they will play on a Thursday or Saturday. Brandon Faircloth, you heard in the pregame conversation, said they might ask if the opposing team would consider a home-and-home situation, which if the Wildcats won the toss there, they would be playing at Gerald Brim Stadium. That's a big if.
Well, in all honesty, they ought to do something. They do it in 6A because there's not enough stadiums. So in 6A, the team with the best record is the host in round 1.
I see.
It's cut and dried. I think they ought to do that for more than just that, because it's that then you do have an incentive, but it's just cut and dried. I mean, with our luck, we're going to go to Forney, and I'm tired of going to Forney. We go there every year in the playoffs, and so last year we went to Greenville. That's a whole lot better than Forney, but we'll see. Something else that came up this week too is realignment. We had the snapshot numbers Friday a week ago. I have not seen a comprehensive list, but there was a Facebook ad taken out today of teams that may jump, and they had, of course, Salina going at least to 5A2 and possibly all the way to 5A1. Aubrey they had moving up. They had Sulphur Springs. I don't know that Sulphur Springs is going to move, even though we were pretty close. But the kicker is poor community. They had them going up to 5A. Bless their heart, they can't win anything in 4A. So it's going to be interesting, and what they'll have here in the next few weeks, the UIL will tell what division you're going to be in, period. They won't necessarily tell you. They won't tell you your district until February, first Tuesday or Wednesday in February. But they have started telling you what classification, if you're going to move up or whatever, so you can start looking at talking to some people about your non-district games and so forth. So there's a real chance, we've gone west the last couple of times. If we move up a division, there's a possibility we might go east or something of that nature. So who knows?
So what you saw indicated that Sulphur Springs might move up to 5A Division II.
Could, but I still, it is. And you hear all kinds of tricks where you've got people saying, if your kid has a little sniffly nose that Friday, keep him home. And it's sad to say, but it's done that way. Just try it. There's always the anomaly of you don't want to be the same, or you don't want to mess with Highland Park, because they're going to be whatever their number is. The cutoff is 1 over that. That's been it for years.
Where did you see those numbers?
Yeah, I saw them on Facebook. I didn't really see. I had a piece of paper.
That's okay. Well, it'll be interesting. It'll bear watching. It'll be in February when the actual districts
are. And there's
announced.
Also, and I like this idea, there's a push to not have a different district for football either. Have one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I do too. I don't like having, we go east in basketball, baseball, and all that, and go west in football.
Right. So the Lady Cats volleyball team ended their season this week. They lost in the area round to Lindale 3-1, but a great season. They went 31-10 under head coach Bailey Dorner. And Tony, Lady Cats basketball starts
here
Tuesday night. They're at home versus Van. And we are still discussing our availability to broadcast that game, but good chance that we will. But Lady Cats at home Tuesday night to start the new basketball season.
And we need support from the fans if that's the case, because both of our basketball teams play so many tournaments and all. You don't have hardly any home games before the Christmas holidays.
Right.
You have 1 or 2, it seems like. So come out and support these ladies. They've been working hard. The guys should start practicing this weekend, may have a scrimmage even tomorrow. So they'll be 1 week behind in the playing field. But we need to buckle up here. Fix and get busy with football playoffs and both basketball squads starting.
10-10 our score here at halftime. Wildcats and Panther Creek tied. Wildcats will have the football to start the second half. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. Thanks to J. Hodge for providing the beautiful white Silverado pickup in which we made the trip over here today. Wildcat football brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. Nick Humphrey for Panther Creek has it teed up at the 40-yard line, just about ready to kick it off. And the Wildcats will have the ball. They have Jackson Hare and
Dobson
Martin back standing at the 10-yard line. 10-10 ball game. Humphrey advances on the ball, kicks it
to Martin,
and it will be returned by Dobson Martin from the 8-yard line. Martin spins at the 20 and breaks free at the 30, up to the 35, up to the 40-yard line. Terrific return there by Dobson Martin.
Caught it about the 12, I think. And
I said the 8.
It was at that deep. Good. He did a 360 and left 1 or 2 defenders just wondering what happened. But a great start for the second half by Dobson Martin, straight up on the 40. Let's see if we can power this ball in like we did in the first half. Both sides are making adjustments.
Made a little spin move about the 20, and then he broke a tackle or two about the 35 and got to the 40. So here go the Wildcats moving from left to right on first down. They go up the middle, and it's a decent gain, and that
4
is
yards.
Dobson Martin on the carry.
Yep, Jackson's out here in the slot. We've got so much versatility amongst our skill players. It's hard, we act like we don't know who's back there, but they move them around. And they got the helmet coverings on them, and sometimes we just can't keep up.
So this is 2nd down and 6. Wildcats from their own 44. And Mason Cooper firing it out to the far side, complete to Jackson Virgil.
That's the type you want. That wasn't that 1 yard out and catch yourself. That slanted, and Mason threw a really good bullet there, got the first down. And again, snap, step, throw. Mason's looked very good with his passing, and I don't know how many passes he's thrown, but I bet he's not in double digits yet.
First down at the Panther Creek 48-yard line. Changing the play here, apparently, with 10 seconds on the play clock. Mason Cooper in the shotgun. Has Dobson Martin to his left. He fakes it to Martin. Firing it out to the left side, but incomplete.
A little tall for Virgil, but at least it was to the outside, where when it got tipped, it went out and wasn't a tip drill. When they're setting up both of these teams and say they're changing the play, they're trying to draw you off sides with that lineup and fake clap. And they have a play that they could run if it's there, but for the most part, they're reading the defense, seeing what they shift into, and then get rolling.
So second down and 10 from the Panthers' 48-yard line. Hand off Jackson Hare going right, and he is wrapped up and brought down near the line of scrimmage.
Ato Haney.
Yeah.
He came from the weak side on that one and caught him from behind. That was a little bit of a surprise there. We were heavy right again, so they may have the adjustment made, and when we go heavy, their offside linebacker is going to sprint behind and try to catch him.
That's a gain of just 1 yard, so it's third down and 9 for Sulphur Springs at the Panther Creek 47-yard line. 10-10 game.
Yep, big series. We need positive yards, see if we can maybe go for it on fourth if we had to.
2 wide left, 2 wide right. Give it to Jackson Hare up the middle, and Hare close to the first down as he spun away from the first contact. But no, he's
2 yards short.
Yeah, he's a yard or so short.
I think we'll go right here, but we got number 70, Aiden McCarroll, lost his helmet, so that could read into whether or not we go for it. But I figure we're going to put Jumbo. We're going to buy him back in with a timeout's what the coach, and that's a smart move. He would have to sit out a play, but you can buy him back with a timeout. So that's a good use with a big fourth down play. 4th
and 2 at the Panther Creek 40-yard line. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Sulphur Springs 10, Panther Creek 10.
We got the beef in. We're going for it. I figure we're going to have a Wildcat with Jackson Hare.
4th and 2 at the Panther Creek 40-yard line. Jackson Hare takes the direct snap, trying to go wide, and he is in trouble, and he's going to be hit for a loss behind the line.
I don't agree with that one. We needed to go north-south. They've got too good a pursuit there. Jackson didn't have a chance. So, turnover on downs, and Panther Creek's going to start at the 43-yard line. So that's a big play. You try it every once in a while, but if we go north-south, we make that, I think.
Loss of 3 is Jackson Hare trying to get outside the left tackle.
You could tell right from the start that had no chance.
Good penetration by the Panther defense.
So let's put it on the Wildcat defense now, see if we can get a 3 and out here. Big boys down here to the bottom, part of the Twins.
10-10 game, first down, Panther Creek. And this goes to
number
White.
4.
Yeah, that is Sean White, who bounces outside and has a first down as he ducks out of bounds inside Sulphur Springs territory at the 43-yard line.
Trying to go no huddle.
$14 yards on the gain. First down and 10. Throwing deep into the end zone. Had a great job of breaking it up there by Creed Wisenhunt. No, was it
That's
Gio? Gio Ibarra. Okay, I thought it was Creed Wisenhunt.
No, that was Gio.
Great
right
coverage.
There with him. Yeah, you could see that one developing, but Gio had, and he's actually had a chance to intercept these deep balls too. He's going up high pointing. Really has developed into a great cornerback safety this year.
Jeremiah Ford was the intended receiver there, about a step into the Wildcat end zone. 2nd and 10 from the 43. Up the middle to Donovan Webb, or is this once again
the other running back.
And no, that is Donovan
It is
Webb.
Donovan getting up, so he got 4, 3rd and 6.
Sean
So
White.
we need to stop them for no gain or get something penetrated. This right here, don't make them, which they probably go for it unless they go backwards.
Sean White, their other excellent running back, but as Tony told you, this is 3rd and 6 at the Wildcat 39-yard line. 3 wide to the near side, 1 to the far side. This goes to Jalen Lott, the terrific receiver.
Yep, he got
on a bubble screen with good blocking on the near side. He has a first down at the Sulphur Springs 27-yard line.
You know, the only way you can stop something like that is to get everybody right on the line of scrimmage, and you really take a chance on a big play right there if you load up.
12 yards on the gain to Jalen Lott. First down at the Wildcat 27. And off to Donovan Webb.
Now that's
he was stopped up, but he did a great job of bouncing outside and gets it all the way to the Wildcat 15-yard line. Again, 12 yards on the game by Webb. Looked like the Wildcats had him bottled up there for a minute, don't it?
Well, they missed the block in the back on the wide out over there, and that chaps me because that was a ceiling block that gave him the first down. I'm surprised the Wildcat coaches are not letting the officials have it right there because it was definitely there.
10-10 game. Panther Creek at the Sulphur Springs 15-yard line. Graylin Fry feeling the pressure, moving to his right, hit, and gets away from contact, and now going to gain about 5 yards to the 10-yard line.
Good athletic play there. He turned a 1-yard loss into about a 4-yard, 5-yard gain. They're being able to get outside right now. We got to get contained. We're kind of on hands on hips right now.
2nd and 5 at the Sulphur Springs 10-yard line. 10-10 game, 7:32 left to go third quarter. It's the first possession for Panther Creek in the second half.
Better watch your big tight end across the middle.
Snap to Fry, fakes the handoff up the middle, feeling the pressure, moving in the pocket to his left. He's still running, still coming to his left, throws, and incomplete.
Out of bounds. I think he caught the ball that came out of bounds. What a fantastic catch. Yep, he's signaling he was out. I think he actually caught that football. Great pursuit by the Wildcat defenders. They had the quarterback running for his life, and again running to the left for a right-handed quarterback.
Right.
He made an excellent throw
that was
with a lot of steam.
Jalen Lott, that terrific receiver that they have, who nearly caught it at the pylon in the near corner of the end zone at the goal line. Here's the throw into the end zone.
All right.
And incomplete. Now, there was movement at the line on this third down and 5
flag.
play.
I thought that we might be offsides, but nobody threw it. So it's 4th and 5. Let's see if they take the field goal or not.
Again, they were going for Jalen Lott in the back corner of the end zone on the near side, and they will send the field goal unit out.
But Wisna was right there. I mean, we have played outstanding football on the defensive backs.
This will be a 27-yard field goal on the right hash mark. Angle is to the left. Nick Humphrey had a 23-yard field goal in the first half. 4th down and 5. Snap. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good.
So that's, again, they bent but didn't break, held them to 3. So that's a good job by the Wildcat defense. So it's side out to the offense.
6:55 to go third quarter. Panther Creek 13, Sulphur Springs 10. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Here comes the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff for Panther Creek. A 27-yard field goal by Nick Humphrey at the end of a 46-yard, 9-play drive for Panther Creek. But the Wildcats doing a good job of tightening up there as Panther Creek got close to the goal line.
Looks like they're going to kick it deep again. Low kick this time.
Humphrey puts his foot into the ball, and it's on the ground and picked up by Dobson Martin. Martin up the middle, and this time he won't go as far as he did the last time. He's down at the 25-yard line.
He did a good job getting to the 25, and he did what he's supposed to. He gets up kind of gimpy there, so he's going to go out. But that was a great job of ball was down. He didn't catch it clean, but he kept his knees off the ground and then got what he could. Didn't waste any effort.
It's like we have a timeout. I didn't see who signaled for it.
I think they're just they
guess
give
you're
them. You know, in all honesty, it's supposed to be 40 seconds from the time the play's done, but nobody does it.
Each team went to the sideline there and huddled before they came back out onto the field.
Well, they might have given a little with Dobson leaving the field. They may have stopped it there.
Jeff Stevenson out
there
over the ball.
Mason Cooper.
Center, and Mason Cooper takes the snap, going to keep it himself over the right side. Nice run by the quarterback, Mason Cooper.
I liked everything done with the slide because he had about 5 more yards. I guess he didn't have confidence in his own speed. He was wide open. He could have run for a first, but that's all right.
6 yards on the gain to the 31-yard line.
That gives them something else to think about when they run that play.
Dobson Martin back in the ballgame at running back here for the Wildcats, and they fake it to Martin. And here's a bubble screen to the far side, caught, and should be
Jackson
good for a first down, and that is Jackson Hare on the catch.
1st and 10 right there. That's a good job.
And a nice run after the catch to the 37-yard line.
But Mason is really showing that he's got excellent accuracy on his throws too. He's done a really good job since coming in that Salina game.
Mason Cooper coming in tonight has completed 62% of his passes for 679 yards, 9 touchdowns. First down. Cooper feeling the pressure, coming to the near side, throwing complete near the midfield stripe.
Carpenter, first down.
Deacon Carpenter who makes the catch out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
49-yard line. That was kind of a broken play that was going to be a quick hitter, and it wasn't there. Mason held it, it went all the way to the opposite side of the field, and Carpenter was wide open. He had to go up and get it, but it was a great catch, kept that foot in. 1st and 10, midfield. 12
yards on the game. Wildcats at their 49-yard line, just below that big star at the middle of the field.
5:35 left in the third quarter. Pretty fast-moving quarter.
13-10, Panther Creek leading. They give it to Jackson Hare. Hare starts out up the middle and then takes it to the outside. Only from breaking that one. Started out at left tackle and then bounced it outside. So 2nd down and 7.
I'd rather see us get through the line of scrimmage then bounce it out.
2 wide to either side of the field. Again, Jackson Hare over the left side. And Hare.
Tough run. Good 4, maybe 5.
Keeps his legs churning. Gets to the 44-yard line for a gain of 4.
3rd and 3.
Running behind big Vincent Johnson at left tackle there.
We badly need to move this, and here comes the Beef Patrol.
3rd and 4.
So now, this time, don't run the ball wide. Tell them you're going right there and take it.
I think this is going to be a direct snap to Jackson.
Yep, should be, and he needs to go. We got Beef on either side, but mostly left.
Truth Holmes in there. They snap it to Jackson Hare, and Hare.
He tried. They didn't give us a good spot on that one, and the Frisco coach sure does a good job of helping that line judge out.
Hare going left, trying to cut it back, is about 1.5 yards short of the first down at the 38-yard line.
We're going to do the same thing again. One thing we haven't done, and you and I have talked about it, whether or not Jackson Hare can pass the ball any.
And I bet that he can.
I bet he can.
The athlete that he is.
10 seconds on the clock. We got to hurry or we're liable to have to go call a timeout.
5 seconds. Again, direct snap here to Jackson Hare. Hare looking for his blockers.
He
still
didn't get it.
Keeping his legs pumping. He's going to be very close to that first down at the 41-yard line.
Yep. Coach couldn't talk him out. Of course, that was 4th down, so you're going to stop the clock anyway. But there's that signal. 1st and 10.
Wow.
Great job by the Meat Patrol.
They had a great job of running by Jackson Hare.
He kept churning.
It was not there at the first.
It was stopped early. So, big play. Now we need to move it on in. Where'd we start this? At 25?
25. First down now at the 41-yard line for the Wildcats. Mason Cooper back in there, takes the snap, gives it to Jackson Hare, and Hare, again, just a step away from breaking that one all the way.
If he keeps his footing right there, he scores, because that one man's not going to get him. I don't care if it is Donovan Webb.
He gets to the 34-yard line. So that's a gain of 7. It's 2nd down and 3. Donovan Webb is playing both ways for Panther Creek.
I don't think he's in there right now.
Who's that, Webb?
2.
May not be. Webb is the Texas Tech recruit as a safety, but he's also an outstanding running back for Panther Creek. Rated as the top safety, as a matter of fact, in the state of Texas. So play clock down to 4. This is 2nd down and 3 from the 33-yard line, and they just get it off. And Mason Cooper in trouble, and he is sacked way back at the 48-yard line, 47-yard line.
Got to throw the ball away. That's going to be about a 15 or 16-yard loss. It was 2nd and 3 at the 34.
13-yard loss.
Can't have that.
Way behind the chains. 3rd down and 16, the scoreboard says.
Yep. That's as good a job as Mason's done. You got to realize you got to just throw the ball. Take your medicine. You can't make every play.
Line to gain now is the 31-yard line, and they're at the
have to call
47.
timeout.
Play clock at 1, and they do have a timeout.
So kind of imploding a little bit on this series, and we got to rectify it.
3rd down and 16. And the Wildcats take the timeout. Panther Creek leading 13-10. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Panther Creek leading 13-10. We have 3rd down and 16 for the Wildcats after that 13-yard loss. Mason Cooper being sacked, and he was swarmed, Tony. He had
no chance
2 or 3
except
guys
to throw it away, and that's the one fault he's had today. He's taken, I think that may be his 2nd sack.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing with his lack of speed. If they get to you, you got to recognize it and throw it. You get out of the pocket and just heave it, throw it in the first row.
I'm not sure he could get out of the pocket on that one.
But he was going the way with his throwing arm. He still could have done something.
Yeah. 3rd and 16. Play action pass. Cooper this time in the pocket, moving around, doing a nice job there. Gets it to, I think that's Jackson Hare. Makes the catch, but very short gain.
2-yard gain. They
were looking downfield there.
Trying to get the big play. So now 4th down, nothing to do but punt. Try to pin them deep.
4th and 13.
1:09 and running in the 3rd quarter.
So that sack really hurt there.
Yep. It was, 2nd or 3rd and 3 when that happened. I think it would have been 3rd and 3 if we just hang on to it.
Right. Jackson Hare into punt.
Nobody's back, so maybe we can pin him deep. He's creeping a little bit.
Whistles and the play is stopped. It's a delay of game.
Yeah, that 5 yards doesn't hurt anything. We're going to see if we could get them to jump, even though that would have we wouldn't go for it on 4th down.
Moves the ball back to the 50. Jackson Hare will no doubt punt for the Wildcats. As Tony told you, there is nobody back. Well, now I see Donovan Webb dropping back at the last moment. Hare gets a nice kick away. He's going for the coffin corner here.
Did he get it? He got it.
Out of bounds somewhere inside the 10.
5-yard line.
5.
What a great job by everything Jackson Hare. And that nearly got tipped.
That's a 45-yard punt out of bounds at the 5-yard line. That'll do it.
Dallas Cowboys don't do it any better than that.
Yeah, that's about as good as you'll see. And you don't see many kickers go for the old coffin corner, as they used to say, but he definitely did it there.
Yeah, I would have kicked it over toward our sideline way away from Donovan Webb. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
He would not be returning punts for me. Now watch out for the 1st down and a possible big throw to Lott. They haven't tried but 1 or 2. This was probably not a bad spot.
Panther Creek leads 13-10. 1st down at their own 5-yard line. Snap it to Graylin Fry, and they give it to Donovan Webb over the right side. It's a scrum and a gain of a couple of yards for Webb.
A good first down for the Wildcat defense right there.
So 2nd down and 8. Truth Holmes, the tackle for the Wildcats.
3-man front's this whole defense has done well this year, and they're coming together.
Truth Holmes, Wildcat nose tackle, committed to UT El Paso. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. That snuck up on me there.
Yeah, I thought they were calling timeout because the cheerleaders were running back behind the team. But that's the end of the 3rd quarter. 3 points for Panther Creek's all that happened, so we're going to have to come from behind.
Panther Creek 13, Sulphur Springs 10, going to the 4th quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. To the 4th quarter, Panther Creek leading Sulphur Springs 13-10. 2nd down and 8 from the Panther Creek 7-yard line.
Lott's in the backfield, so he's going to go in motion.
There goes Jalen Lott from left to right, and they swing it out to him, and he spins, makes a man miss nearly, but no. That is Alex King on the tackle there for Sulphur Springs.
That's some sure tackling.
No, I beg your pardon. That's James Johnson.
Was it?
Yeah.
All right.
That's James Johnson with an excellent
tackle there. Now 3rd and long 4. We badly need to stop here and get them to punt right there.
Huge play.
Don't let them get anything started.
Panther Creek leading 13-10, 3rd and 4 at their 11-yard line. They're now moving left to right.
Lots up at the top.
2 wide left, 2 wide right. Running back to the right of Graylin Fry. Play action, throw in to the left side. It's incomplete.
Wisnut nearly had that. He led him too much, and Wisnut dove, and he nearly had it. Regardless, 3 and out. Catch football on the punt, and we should start at our side of the field.
Intended for Jeremiah Ford, breaking in from right to left.
Looks like Gio and Jackson back there, normal. Very steady and very talented duo.
Nick Humphrey, their place kicker, is also their punter. He stands 3 steps deep into the end zone, just on top of the Y in the Cowboys, the bottom of the Y. It's 4th and 4.
Jump.
Gets the kick away. This is a very low punt.
Yeah.
Lands at about the 35, takes a Panther Creek roll, and going to end up rolling into Sulphur Springs territory to the 48-yard line.
Couldn't get up there to catch it, but it's still, you're just 3 yards on the other side. So Wildcats badly need to push this in. I don't know if we're going to need to throw it a little bit just to loosen them up some, but again, if we do, it's got to be that catch it, step, throw it.
42-yard punt by Nick Humphrey, and Tony, I think he was kicking away from Jackson Hare and Gio Ibarra there and kept it low, I think probably by design to get that roll.
Yep, I started to say the only thing I ask is for him to kick it high so we can catch it, but he did the right thing. So a big series here, 11-13 left in the ball game, down 3.
13-10, they give it to Jackson Hare, and Hare is caught from behind, brought down, trying to go off right tackle.
The weak side, Ato Haney, they've got it where if they're going opposite, the weak side is just sprinting over there, and they've got us from behind a couple times.
I tell you, I would not have believed if you had told me that this would be a 13-10 game going to the 4th quarter.
I thought we were going to have at least 35 each tonight, that it was going to be offensive.
Very
empty
surprising.
Backfield.
Snap to Mason Cooper. Cooper throws it out. I believe that's Quinn Harris who makes the catch.
Just got about 3, though, so that's going to be 3rd and 7.
Gets into Panther Creek
Maybe
territory.
3rd and 6. We badly need at least 1 or 2 first downs. We need to put something back on the board. At the very least, we need to tie the ball game up.
Harris brought down at the Panther Creek 49-yard line.
Old-style football today.
Yeah, it really is.
There's a lot of offense on both sides of the ball, and the defenses are playing some ball.
3rd and 7. Snap to Mason Cooper. Handoff up the middle. And not sure if that was Jackson Hare or Dobson. That's Jackson Hare.
Yeah.
He lowered his shoulder and got to the 45, but they're 2 yards short.
3 yards short. That means we're going for it, though, for him to give it up the middle. Here comes the beef.
So 4th and 3. Tony had it right.
I don't think they're bringing in as much beef. We need to brought Medlock in, but he's the only one. We badly need this one. We've been unsuccessful the last 2 or 3 of them.
Jackson Medlock comes in as a blocking back. Quinn Harris in motion from right to left. They get it out to Quinn and the flat, and there he goes. Quinn Harris still on his feet all the way to the 20-yard line, make it the 21-yard line on Panther Creek.
Great job, and credit Jackson Virgil for holding up and just shielding a cornerback out there, but did not block in the back. It was right in front of that official. So huge play to the 21, 1st and 10, and now let's get in there. 24-yard gain from Mason Cooper to Quinn Harris. Harris was coming in motion from right to left, and they flipped it out to him in the flat on the near side. He had room to run. But they led him where he was coming downhill a little bit too. First down at the 21. And Mason Cooper again to Quinn Harris in the flat over on the right side. They're going to get him.
A touchdown, but Tony says he sees a penalty.
They're going to call him for holding, and our Wildcat coaches are livid, and I don't blame them. They hadn't called a holding call all game long, and you get one right there. So it's going to be from the 7, so it should be first down, 1st and 7 or so from the 17. That's, if you're going to do it all game.
It was a touchdown to Quinn Harris.
A beautiful play, and it was, they were facing each other. You got to let that go.
Harris caught the ball in the flat on the far side. A great job of running, cutting it back toward the middle of the field.
17-yard line, put it down. It's a spot foul, so it still goes as a 4-yard gain, 1st and 6. 8:47 left. We badly need 7 here because that takes the field goal away from Panther Creek. 13-10, Panther Creek leading. 8:38, not many more possessions. First down
Springs.
Here, we're going to go up the gut here with a running play.
Give it to Jackson Hare going right, and Hare knifes through.
2nd and 1. Good job.
Gets to the
about the 12.
12-yard line.
12-yard line. 2nd and 1.
Gain of 5 there. 2nd and 1 now.
Do the same thing. I'm getting nervous from the backside when they're going wide. I want to see him try to get through first. This offensive line needs to impose themselves right here.
Jackson Medlock again in there as a blocking back or H-back behind the left guard. Snap to Mason Cooper. Fakes it to Jackson.
All right, look at here.
Touchdown for the Wildcats. That's Jackson Virgil.
Great job. Perfect fake, and Cooper set up perfectly and delivered one right between the 8 and the 0. There's that leading score. Now let's put 7 in there and get up 4. 7:45 left in the ball game, and now that looks better.
12-yard touchdown pass to Jackson Virgil, and Tony, the play action really worked well there.
It did, and everybody kept off of it, and Virgil made sure he got his body inside on the cornerback.
The kick by Eric Rodriguez, up and good.
There we go. 4-point lead, and that's huge. That means they've got to go for touchdowns. Great job, Wildcats, in spite of that holding call. And I hope they still chew that booger out going down the sideline, because that was not a call that's to be made right there.
9:03 Farm and Feed by the railroad track says, way to go, Wildcats, and they lead it 17-13, 7:45 to go. It's Wildcats football on KSST. J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff coming up here. The Wildcats have taken a 17-13 lead on the number 6 team of the state, Panther Creek. Sulphur Springs, number 10. Here's the kick by Eric Rodriguez. And it bounces at the 20 and bounces away from the return man.
He touched it.
And it goes out of bounds at about the 5-yard
line. If he doesn't touch it, it's going out of bounds. But he touched it. It's gone out at the 6. What a break for the Wildcats. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 6-yard line. Now let's see if that defense can really load up.
The kick by Eric Rodriguez landed at about the 20.
Yeah.
It had all kinds of spin on it.
And the guy in front of it called a fair catch and didn't go get the ball. and all of a sudden.
Did they not touch it until it got to the 6?
No, right at the sideline. I mean, if he'd left it alone, it was going out of bounds, and it just been a re-kick.
The touchdown, a 12-yard touchdown pass from Mason Cooper to Jackson Virgil. Second touchdown pass of the night for Mason Cooper. That now gives him 11 TD passes in just a little over half of the season.
But
he's been the regular quarterback.
Now they're going to throw the ball.
Wildcats lead 17-13. First down from the 6-yard line, and they toss it out to the running back, and that is Donovan Webb, who makes the catch. Nice run, gets across the 10 up to the 12-yard line. 6-yard gain, second down 4. 7:27 to go.
Happy clock running right now. We just don't need to let anything big.
One man wide to the left, 2 to the near side, running back to the right of Graylin Fry. That is Webb. They give it to Webb, and Webb off right tackle. Cut down at about the 18-yard line.
I think that was James Johnson. Went straight underneath him, submarined him. They got the first down, but again, running clock and not a whole lot of yards. And let's see, we've only got one. They've got all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute timeout, so they got 4 stoppages.
Man in motion, that's Webb, and that leaves an empty backfield for Graylin Fry. Takes the snap, backpedals, throwing deep, and incomplete at midfield. And Panther Creek fans kind of thinking there should have been a pass interference call there, but I don't.
There was a little contact, but the ball was overthrown, and it wasn't a hold, so that was a good no call. 2nd and 10. 6:36.
That was the big tight end Parker Ord he was going for, who's committed to BYU. 2nd and 10, I think Tony just told you, the 18-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. They're moving left to right. 2 wide to the far side, 2 to the near side. Now Webb goes in motion, and they have a little bubble screen to the near side. Wildcats all over it, and that is either no gain or a loss.
That's right on it.
To Jeremiah Ford, and
King and Hardy both tag-teamed him and wrapped him up. 3rd and 10. What a huge play coming up. Let's everybody focus and get that stop and make them punt one more time.
That was no gain there.
And the clock's running, going under 6 minutes right here. If we can get a stop and force a punt, we can put a serious dent in this time clock.
3rd and 10 from the 18-yard line for Panther Creek. Their own 18, play action pass, and Fry throwing and incomplete at the 35-yard line.
I think that McCormick might have tipped it. They were trying it. They had plenty of coverage, but I think McCormick might have tipped it. So now it forces a punt. We've got to really watch. I don't think they would be willing to fake punt right here, but we've got to really play it. This is one where just don't jump off sides, and if the ball's not catchable, so be it. We want the clock running, and we want our offense on the field.
They will go into their top receiver, Jalen Lott, there.
No doubt.
Wildcats, great job of covering him and breaking up the pass. Nick Humphrey gets the punt away, and it's a good one. And a fair catch called for by Jackson Hare at the 50-yard line.
Gio got that one.
Is it?
Yep, Gio got it. They switched sides on us. So,
okay, you're right.
Straight up 50-yard line, 5 minutes, 40 seconds left for a Wildcat victory here. If we can run this in, we can put it out of reach.
32-yard punt by Nick Humphrey. First down, Sulphur Springs at the 50. They lead 17-13. Less than 6 minutes to go in the game. Huge possession here for Sulphur Springs.
Absolutely, and you're going to have to watch Coach Surratt for Panther Creek. He's going to have to start utilizing his timeouts a little bit if our running game gets healthy. But we've got to run it and get it moving.
Dobson Martin in the game at running back for the Wildcats. They swing it out to Jackson Hare in the slot. And Hare moves it down the field
and inbounds
to the Panther Creek 44-yard line, 43-yard line.
Yep, that's That's just like a running play. Cooper delivers such a good ball, and Jackson's such a good receiver. That's just like running. We don't want anything to stop that clock. 22 seconds left on the 30-second clock. We need to be snapping it at under 3.
Gain of 7. This is second down and 3. Wildcats taking their time in the huddle.
They're doing
Come
it
up
just
to the
right.
line with 9 seconds on the play clock. Snap to Mason Cooper. Handoff Jackson Hare. Big hole over the right side. Hare using his blockers. Slips a tackle. Keeps his feet all the way down to the Panther Creek 22-yard line.
And I think he actually went down to stay in bounds, which is just a senior smart play. 4:47 and the clock's going to roll right now. 4 fresh downs. We can get this to the two-minute timeout for sure.
19 yards on the run-off right tackle by Jackson Hare.
That's his best run of the night.
Yep. Great job of using his blockers, shedding tackles along the way.
And again, we're running the clocks down to 8. We're going to snap it right there. Cooper's doing a masterful job of using that clock.
And whistles.
And there's a timeout probably by... Nope, we got a foul. That's the last thing we need, so it's going to go back. False start. 1st and 15. That's one thing we didn't need right now, but clock's going to start again, so we got 25 fresh seconds going.
False start moves it back to the 27-yard line. It will still be first down, but 1st and 15 for Sulphur Springs. So the line to gain will be the 13-yard line.
I look for Panther Creek to call their first time out after this play, unless we throw an incompletion.
4:05 to go. Wildcats lead 17-13.
Run the ball.
Snap to Mason Cooper.
There we
Give
go.
it Jackson Hare, right tackle, cutting it back.
Look at
Hare
here.
Keeps his feet and is down to the 15.
13 of that 15 right there and inbounds. Clock running at 3:41. Great job. That's 2 consecutive off of that right side there.
And it's still just second down.
It's second down.
2nd and 2.
Let's throw some meat at them there.
At the 15-yard line of Panther Creek, the Wildcats leading 17-13. Under 3.5 minutes to go, and the clock is rolling. 11 seconds on the play clock.
We may be going to call a timeout on this one. It's going to be close.
Just now coming up to the line at 5 seconds.
There
and Mason Cooper takes the snap, gives it to Jackson Hare. Hare off right tackle.
Oh, man.
And shedding Panther Creek tacklers, would-be tacklers along the way down to the 10.
Did you see Big Vincent Johnson leading that? He pulled from left tackle.
No, I did not.
He looked like a John Deere bulldozer going over there, and they were falling back. First and goal.
Hare gets to the 9, so, 1st and goal.
And happy clock. So we're going to be able to take one more play and get to the 2-minute warning. And I figure they're going to call timeout, but I would have thought he'd already called one.
Wildcats lead 17-13. 1st and goal at the 9. Mason Cooper, the handoff. Jackson Hare going right, and this time he is hit and brought down near the line of scrimmage.
And there is the first timeout with 2:23 left. That's fine. 2nd and goal at the 10. Lost one there, but that's okay. We're setting up for one of those fake and post patterns over the middle again, too.
17-13. There's a timeout on the field. Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad track. Say thanks to all those good sponsors. Bringing you Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats lead 17-13. It is second and goal
at the 10.
From the 10-yard line.
But we can't say enough about this senior group and use of the clock here. Yep. Mason Cooper is snapping it at 2 or 1. Jackson Hare is sliding down in inbounds. I mean, this is just a master class in how to milk the clock.
2:23 to go. How many timeouts for Panther Creek?
They got 2 plus the 2 minutes, so they'll call another one after this. They may use them up before the 2 minute.
And off Jackson Hare between the tackles. Hare with a big hole and lowers his shoulder.
To the 3.
Down to the 3-yard line he goes.
And they called another timeout, so that they're down to 1 timeout. 2:17 left, so that's working into us as well. If we can push this in, they're going to be out of timeouts. But if we push it in, this ball game's over without freaking nature.
We said the 3. Looks like they marked it at the 4.
Yeah, they ripped us.
Sure looked like the 3.
Dang referees.
So let's for the sake of argument, say they do not make the touchdown here on 3rd down. Would you settle for the field goal to make it 20-13?
I would not. I would keep going right there and give them a 97-yard field. That 3 points means nothing. I give them 97 yards with no timeouts. I go 2 plays regardless right here.
3rd down and goal at the 4. Panther Creek now has 1 timeout left, or
one
timeout.
Plus the 2 minutes.
And the 2-minute warning.
2 more stoppages
coming up probably after this play, unless they elect to stop the clock.
They'll go ahead and stop it before the 2-minute. We've been running everything to the Wildcat side of the field. Now wouldn't be a bad time to come left. They're loaded up defensively.
Wildcats to the far side. Their bench is to the far side. There goes Quinn Harris in motion right to left. They throw it out to him, and Harris is going to be hit for a loss. They had a big gain on that play a short time ago.
Number 3 there, Caden Green got it. They call their final timeout at 2:11.
They're going to say his forward progress was stopped at the 7.
Yep.
Does that change your thinking in it?
Nope. Now the clock's running. It's going to get to the 2-minute. So they didn't use their last timeout. So there's the 2-minute timeout.
Okay.
You try to get something right here and give them a 90-yard field because they've got to score a touchdown.
Wildcats lead 17-13. 2 minutes to go. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Huge play coming up. 4th down and goal from the 6-yard line for Sulphur Springs, leading 17-13. 2 minutes on the clock. It looks like they have set Eric Rodriguez out there for the field goal here, Tony.
I don't agree with this.
He had earlier in the game, he had a 30-yard field goal. This will be from 23 yards.
This makes it where it's okay because you can get the tie, but you risk blocking it, whatever, and then you got to kick off again. But I'm okay.
Angle is to the left. Kick on the way. Kick is good.
Right down the middle. So without guts and everything, with a 2-point conversion, the worst they can do is tie. So you got both sides of the coin. I can't fault them. My thought would be put it on the 10.
Yep. So 23-yard field goal by Eric Rodriguez, and 9:03 Farm and Feed by the railroad track says, way to go Wildcats. J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff coming up. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Here comes the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff for Sulphur Springs. Thanks to J. Hodge for the beautiful white Silverado pickup in which we made the trip today. Eric Rodriguez has it teed up at the 40-yard line. He just kicked the 23-yard field goal.
See, I would kick the ball low and try to get it over the no fair catch signal.
He only backs off a couple of yards. Here comes the return, and it's across the 30 to about the 31 or 32.
Okay, minute 45. They've only got 1 timeout left. Let's see if this defense can win this ball game for us. They've done a yeoman's job so far.
Elion White on the return for Panther Creek to the 32-yard line. It was a 44-yard drive in 9 plays for Sulphur Springs. 19-yard run by Jackson Hare was the big play on the drive. But the drive bogged down after the Wildcats reached the Panthers' 4-yard line.
We've got Lott as the inside slot. I like the way our defense looks, though. We look like we got everybody covered.
First down and 10 from the 32. Fry over the middle. Pass caught. at about the 43-yard line, and that is Parker Ord again.
James Johnson on the stop.
First down.
Going to run.
Moving the sticks, and Fry rolling out to his left, passing and complete. And out of bounds, close to another first down.
Yep.
And this is, again, that's Parker Ord, that big tight end who made the catch. And he's to the Sulphur Springs 48-yard line.
Yep, they're moving the pocket a little bit. Still okay. We're at midfield. We're at the 47-yard line. Minute 30. We got to get somebody on the ground in bounds and make them use that timeout.
11 yards on that gain. Two backs, one on either side of Fry. Now they set up a middle screen to Donovan Webb, and that's going nowhere. Truth Holmes was there. Alex King was there.
I like where it is, but I'm almost thinking it was past the line and should have been a foul, but we'll take it. 2nd and 7.
From the Sulphur Springs 44, Fry rolling out to his right, passing.
Great. Oh, no.
Going to be
y'all all throw flags. I tell
Parker
you what.
Ord, the intended receiver. That's going to be interference on Sulphur Springs.
They call that on James Johnson, and he went over the top. There's no way that's interference. 15.
So that's a spot foul.
It's spot if it's inside 15,
right.
But I think it was about, I think we got a good spot right there. 28. I'll take that because I thought it was a little further.
Automatic first down.
Yep.
Wildcats lead 17-13. A minute 7 left to go in the game. First down at the Sulphur Springs 33-yard line.
We're fixing to get a turnover.
Fry fires it out in the flat to Jeremiah Ford, who steps out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
2nd and 5. We're still okay.
20-13. Of course, the Wildcats have a touchdown lead. Now, would Panther Creek consider going for 2 if they score a touchdown to win the game and not go to overtime?
I don't know. Got that big tight end, they might. I don't think they're going to score a touchdown. I think we're going to get something.
This is 2nd and 6. Man in motion, that is Lott. Jalen Lott, that dangerous receiver going from right to left. And Fry not looking that way down the sideline.
Oh.
Tipped and nearly intercepted for Sulphur Springs.
What a great job of tandem work right there. I think that's 32. T.J. Bolden.
That's T.J. Bolden back there, coverage for Sulphur Springs.
And then we had a safety in the back. I think that might have been Hardy, and he nearly tipped it to Hardy.
Yep.
Tried the wheel route going out and up. 3rd and 5 now. They may have to worry about getting the first down. So big play here. See if we can knock it down.
No doubt they have 2 downs to make it, of course. Now Fry takes the snap, but
got flags. They got a 5-yard false start.
That's
big.
That's big. Moves it back to the 33-yard line, and
that's big. That makes it 3rd and 10.
Makes it 3rd and 10 for
Wildcats
Panther Creek.
are imploring all the fans, and they're up. There's some noise at the Star right now.
I think
big play.
Both bands are going at the same time. 3rd and 10. Empty backfield. 3 wide far side, 2 wide to the near side. Fry, big pressure, setting up the screen pass
to
Donovan Webb.
All right.
And they get him down. That's T.J. Bolden. Got him down to 25.
4th and 3, and they called a timeout, the final timeout with 44 seconds. 4th and 3. What a ball game to finish this regular season up.
They're going to give him forward progress at the 26.
Yep. Full 3 yards short.
4th and 3. Wow. Fantastic game.
I'm looking for the tight end right here.
Yep. Parker Ord.
But we can't give up the deep ball over the top by just looking for the 3-yarder. They're now out of timeouts. So if we stop them in bounds, we're rushing them.
So here we go. Both teams coming back onto the field for this huge 4th and 3 for Panther Creek at the Sulphur Springs 26-yard line.
We got to get, there we go. Get up closer. Your tight end's wide open there in the slot.
Graylin Fry takes the snap. Fires it out and
he got it.
Caught, and that should be a first down.
But it is in bounds. So get it going. Let's roll the clock, Mr. Ump.
That goes to Jeremiah Ford to the 18-yard line.
There goes 38 seconds and rolling now.
First down at the 18. Fry in the pocket, moving to his right. That's the short side of the field, and he goes out of bounds near the line of scrimmage. Actually, they say he stepped out at the 20, so that's a loss of 2.
Okay.
Does stop the clock.
That's pretty good holding going on the left side of that line. There's not been a holding call. They owe us a holding call, but I bet you we're not going to get it right here.
Wildcats lead 20-13.
29 seconds.
29 seconds showing on the Ford Center clock here.
They're feeding the Panther Creek sideline, but they've got the big tight end. They got Trips Tall, tight end, and Lott up there.
Second,
so I think this one's going left.
Second and 11, empty backfield. Graylin Fry, the senior quarterback, firing it over the middle.
Incomplete.
And
third and 11.
Third and 11.
So that's big.
They were going for the tight end, Parker Ord.
Yep. Everybody be on Lott this time. He's getting the ball. He hasn't touched it on this drive. I will almost guarantee you he's getting the ball right here.
Jalen Lott, their outstanding receiver who has committed to Oregon. Third and 11 from the Wildcat 18. Fry back. Has time.
Intercepted.
Interception.
Get on the ground. There it is. 24 McCormick. Isn't that the second game in a row?
Well, no, that was the Paris game. He had the clinching interception.
There we
Alex
go.
McCormick,
I told you we were going to get one.
Linebacker. And the
Look
Wildcat fans
They're going crazy. Yes, they are.
And well, they should. The Wildcats are going to win this football game over the number 6 team in the state of Texas, Panther Creek. Sulphur Springs leading 20-13.
And that will put us against Carter. All we got to do is victory snap and get it on the ground. What a football game. The Wildcats are for real, and they've done this with Mason Cooper in reserves, and he deserves a ton of credit.
He has done a super job tonight. He really has, of course, and Tony's referring to the fact that Deuce Timmons went out against Salina with a bad ankle and has not been able yet to come back. But what a job Mason Cooper has done, the senior quarterback.
And the coaching staff, too, for these quick hitters on there. They've kept him out of trouble.
Huge credit to.
There's a snap, and he's on the ground. This ball game's over. Celebration time. We're 1-0 at Jerry World Jr.
Alex McCormick comes up with the clutch interception for Sulphur Springs.
Mercy.
From the 18-yard line, I'd love to see that play over again, see what exactly happened. But
I told you we were going to get one.
As Tony told you a moment ago, it was just in the game against Paris, which was, 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
That McCormick came up with the clinching interception for that game. So this was a heavyweight fight, Tony.
None of the fans are leaving over there either. They're staying. They're fixing to have the band's going to go and get that victory line on the sidelines with them playing the school song. This is it. And what a way to go into the playoffs on such a positive note.
Wildcats will finish the regular season at 9-1. They will take second place
and play Carter.
7-4A. And, it looks like going to play once again Dallas Carter. But I think that that worm has turned to a great extent, Tony. I think that the Wildcats have gotten over the hump. Certainly did last year against Carter.
Right now, we've got confidence. Now they're headed to the band.
What a win for Sulphur Springs.
Yep.
Biggest regular season win, Tony, for Sulphur Springs, I'm sure, since the 2008 state championship.
Absolutely is. We haven't had near enough of them, but this absolutely is.
Wow.
There goes the school song.
Huge win for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats and a thrilling game here, 20-13, the final score. The Wildcats over the Panther Creek Panthers here at the Star, the Dallas Cowboys headquarters, and the stadium here is called the Ford Center, where the Cowboys practice. It has the Cowboy Star at midfield, Cowboys in blue and silver at both ends. So what a setting for this game here tonight. It's the home field for Panther Creek, and the Wildcats win it 20-13 to close out the regular season. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST from the Star in Frisco. A 20-13 Wildcat win over Panther Creek to take second place in District 7 4A. And what a season it has been for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats.
Absolutely.
So now a by-district game next week. We're quite sure it will be Dallas Carter. Now that is unofficial, but that's our reading of it, and that is based on the information that we have from Max Preps. At a site and date and time to be determined. Now, last year, the Wildcats played the Carter Cowboys in Greenville.
Yep.
And that would not necessarily be such a bad thing if that happened again, if they were willing to come back and play there.
Nope, it'd be all right.
And there was even the possibility discussed by Brandon Faircloth this week of having a home-and-home toss if the Carter coach, if that's the case, would agree to that, in which case there'd be a 50-50 chance of playing it at Gerald Prem Stadium. But what a win tonight for Sulphur Springs. A big-time victory for the Wildcats. And let's recap this thing as Panther Creek took the opening kickoff and went 68 yards in 13 plays, but had to settle for a 23-yard field goal by Nick Humphrey to make it 3-0 midway through the first quarter. Wildcats then had to punt the ball back to Panther Creek. But, that was a key play, the punt that put the ball at the 13-yard line there, because then they turned it over, and that really one of the big plays of the ball game is there was a fumble by the outstanding running back for Panther Creek, Donovan Webb, and it was recovered by T.J. Bolden at the Panther Creek 27-yard line. Wildcats then went on to score on a 9-yard touchdown pass from Mason Cooper to Quinn Harris. Eric Rodriguez the kick to make it 7-3 with 11:50 left to go in the first half. 3 and out then for Panther Creek. Wildcat defense got off the field very quickly. And then Sulphur Springs drives 35 yards in 10 plays, starting from the 50-yard line. They have to settle for the 30-yard field goal by Eric Rodriguez to make it 10-3 with 4:02 left to go in the first half. Panther Creek then, their best drive of the night. They go 70 yards in 13 plays, and Donovan Webb gets the touchdown on a 3-yard run to tie the game at 10-10 late in the first half. Wildcats then had a chance to regain the lead, and a great kickoff return by Dobson Martin of 32 yards to the 40-yard line of the Wildcats. And they did drive to the Panther Creek 43-yard line, but they gave it up on downs. You remember, was that the play where Jackson Hare tried to go outside?
Yep.
I think that may have been that play, and they caught him.
They got him.
So then
we had one little dry spell where we missed 2 or 3.
Panther Creek then taking over at their own 43-yard line after the Wildcats give it up on downs. They drive to the Sulphur Springs 10, but the Wildcat defense tightens up, and they force Nick Humphrey to accept a 27-yard field goal. And we're now, by the way, into the second half here in this recount of the game. So it was 10-10 at halftime. First possession of the third quarter for Panther Creek. They take it over on downs. They get the field goal to make it 13-10 with 6:55 left to go in the third quarter. That was a 46-yard drive in 9 plays. But that was the last time Panther Creek would score. Wildcats then take over at their own 25-yard line on the kickoff. They drive into Panther Creek territory, but this is where they had the big sack. They lost 13 yards. Mason Cooper got sacked. They ended up having to punt. But here's another big play. And again, the punting game was big tonight. Jackson Hare punting for the Coffin corner. A 45-yard punt that goes out at the Panther Creek 5-yard line.
5-yard line. That was huge.
Now then, they only get to their 11-yard line. They have to punt, and the Wildcats start at their 48-yard line. So that punt that forced them to go from their 5-yard line was very big.
Absolutely. And
Sulphur Springs, starting from their 48, they go 52 yards in 7 plays. They had a 24-yard gain on a little swing pass to Quinn Harris. Harris scored a touchdown on a similar play a couple of plays later, but it was called back for holding. But they get the touchdown anyway on a 12-yard pass from Mason Cooper to the sophomore Jackson Virgil, slanting in over the middle to make it 17-13 with the kick by McCormick, and that was with 7:45 to go in the ball game. Panther Creek forced to punt. They start at their 6-yard line. Remember the kickoff?
Yeah, that was the kickoff that
went out of bounds.
That we got lucky that Lott touched at the 6, and it would have gone out of bounds, and it was an excellent kick by Rodriguez that had some fortune to it, but that put them in a huge hole that they couldn't come out of right then.
They were only able to get out to their 18-yard line, then they punted. Sulphur Springs took over at the 50, and the Wildcats drive to as far as the 4-yard line on that drive. And then Panther Creek again showed resistance, and Eric Rodriguez took the 23-yard field goal to make it 20-13 with 1:53 left to go. Panther Creek starting at their 32. They drive to the Sulphur Springs 20-yard line. I'm not sure if it was what down and distance was.
Yeah.
Third down, was it?
I think so.
I believe it was the third down play, and Alex McCormick, the senior linebacker, comes up with the interception on a pass over the middle for Sulphur Springs.
Yep. Just a great job all the way. And I looked, and we held them to 13 points. 28 points by Salina was the other lowest point, and 31 points to some team. And other than that, they've been scoring 50 and 60 every game. We held these guys to 13 points. Our Wildcat defense is for real.
And give defensive coordinator Matt Newton a tremendous amount of credit for that. Obviously, head coach Brandon Faircloth, but Matt Newton is the defensive coordinator. So kudos to him and all of his defenders. But, yeah, this was by far the best defensive game the Wildcats played against some fantastic
the best team
talent.
That we've played. This is a better team than Salina. I'll state that right now. This is a better team with better personnel than Salina.
Jalen Lott, their top receiver we talked about all night, is committed to Oregon. He is considered the number 2 receiver in the state of Texas. Coming into the game, he had 60 catches for 1,066 yards and 19 touchdowns.
He had maybe 4, and they tried to get him deep, and the deep throw today, I was so impressed. We had about 4 or 5 of them that we had a better chance to catch than the receiver.
Right.
We'd double team them and whatever, but we had such a game plan and the way to get to them using technique.
Graylin Fry, their quarterback, had completed 71% of his passes for 2,210 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions coming into the game. Donovan Webb, their outstanding running back, who is committed to Texas Tech, but as a safety, he's listed as the number 1 safety in the state of Texas, number 18 overall prospect, but as a running back, he came in with 642 yards, 8.9 yards per carry, and 11 touchdowns. He did have that 3-yard touchdown run just before halftime. But the point being, some tremendous talent on this Panther Creek offense. Parker Ord, their tight end, is committed to BYU. So you can't say enough about the job that the Wildcat defense did here tonight against
absolutely
very good Panther Creek team. So I guess it's about time to wrap this thing up. But we will know tomorrow whom the Wildcats definitely will be playing in by district. We think it is Dallas Carter. We should know sometime tomorrow when and where
Yep, they'll be on the
play.
phone just as soon as they get out of the locker room,
Right.
because they played last night.
Yeah, I asked Coach Faircloth this week if they had already had discussions about that. He said because there's 3 different teams that we could be playing, we haven't even begun to talk about it. But he said we'll know Friday night for sure. So we'll have that for you sometime tomorrow on KSST. Wildcat football brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the Railroad Shacks. And thanks again to Jay Hodge for providing the beautiful white Chevy Silverado pickup truck in which we made the trip over here to Frisco tonight. Wildcats win it 20-10. We say thanks to James Terry, our producer in the KSST studio, Matt Jensen, our technical director and video producer. You'll be able to see this later on Channel 18 and on YouTube, and believe me, it'll be worth watching.
You bet.
And thanks to Tony Flippin, our outstanding and irreplaceable commentator here on these Wildcat games. 20-13, the Wildcats win to go 9-1 for the regular season, finish second in District 7-4A. And I'm John Mark Dempsey, and we say good night from the Star and the Ford Center in Frisco.